well.
Oh, did you hit the line?
Wow.
Did you hit the line? Oh, yeah.
Thank you for tapping in and having patience with us. Oh my God, Miss B ain't been in the studio. It seems like in years, but it's all good. You know, when you have to work and you're out of the country and things like that. Well, I was out of the country on vacation and then had to come back and work and had projects that needed to be done. So I'm so grateful and thankful that you guys have continuously tapped into the Eyes of the Conscience Soul radio show that comes to you every first Saturday of the month. Before I go there, I want to say thank you for tapping into the Lead Radio, which is a 24-hour inspirational and gospel music station, amongst others. We want to thank Mr. Adam Ology and Mr. Curtis Thomas for putting it down. And they say that entrepreneurship is the key and the best way to go. So we want to thank them for that. But again, I want to thank you for tapping into the Eyes of the Conscious Soul with your sister B Mellow. Every first Saturday of the month, we have the Cafe Le Bleu Lounge, where there are 15 to 45-minute segments called The Corner. Each corner has a blueprint that is unique of its own. So we always ask you to relax and vibe out to fireside chats and be inspired by affirmations and inspirational messages. Under the Cafe Le Bleu Lounge could be the Artist Talk. And this is where we showcase musicians, poets, singers, dancers, film producers, authors, comedians, and gospel and R&B rappers from around the Bay Area to across the globe. They share their creative process and their lived experience. The other part of the corner could be Why I Dream. We highlight and honor the inventions and creative work of today's brilliant mind, along with geniuses from our past. We are preserving African American history and culture in order to keep our legacy alive. On the other part of the corner could be She Who Believes Takes Off the Mask. This is where you will hear from individuals sharing their personal testimonies to what the Lord has done and is doing in their lives, which are inspirational messages. Also, we are highlighting Golden Lights affirmations to impart healing medicine in the souls of the brilliant minds of today. Every second Saturday of the month from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. is the Medicine Hour with Mr. George Pearson. I am his co-host. However, he's been holding it down, and I thank him and appreciate him for that. This is where we believe building a better tomorrow starts with us. Topics we cover is health issues and concerns, healthy eating habits, education, financing, and politics in the African American community. We believe taking care of our temple, mind, and spirit is essential to having mental wellness, healthy eating habits, and knowing that healthy thinking leads to a healthy way of living. Every third Saturday of the month from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. is Education is the Best Medicine, hosted by the founder and producer, Mr. George Y. Pearson. He is a PA clinician. Education is the Best Medicine is a 501c3 nonprofit charitable organization which community-based health, education, advocacy-based, and a resource-based organization that uses public media, resources, radio, newspapers, and church-based community health fairs to provide health information and education. We believe vision is the art of seeing things yet unseen and bringing light to a very dark world. Every fourth Saturday of the month is the Lights Out Straight Talk Youth and Young Adult Radio Show, hosted by Ms.Barbara Howard, aka Sister B Mellow, founder and producer of the Eyes of the Conscious Soul. And my co-hosts, which are not in here with me today, is KJ, the Prince of Hearts, the Doc, and that's Diego. And then we have the Voice. But in their absence, I am sitting in and holding it down for them. And this is where we have real talk conversations with individuals, organizations, community leaders, business owners from around the Bay Area to across the globe. They're sharing how they make a difference in their actual community. Every fifth Saturday of the month is Voices That Care. And this is where we highlight reentry and mental wellness. So, on today's show, on the Lights Out Straight Talk Youth and Young Adult Radio Show, I have one of our Bay Area leaders that's making a difference in our community. And we are so grateful and thankful to have him. Today's theme is We Straight. we straight up in here. And that is what we want to encourage our youth and our young adults to know that you are straight. You've been chosen with a call to make a difference in our community and the world, and we want you to know that you're straight. You know, you got it like that. And but my guest is, his name today is
Chiedu Ufoegbune.
All right, say that once again for us, my brother.
Chiedu Ufoegbune.
All right, so with that, and as you can see, he has a unique name. And I do want to give shots out to BH Brilliant Minds Project Inc. We, both of us, just got off of our conference, and it was our third Stepping Up Youth and Young Adult Health Equity Conference. So we're running over here to the studio coming from that. We did that via Zoom this year to close out the new year, and it was just on fire. It was absolutely beautiful. We had individuals, we had a poetry slam, we had individuals sharing about different organizations that's making a difference in our communities, and just sharing who they were, who they are, and just they were on fire. And I'm so grateful and thankful to every last individual that tapped in and shared their medicine with us. And we straight. That was the medicine that they were sharing. And we will make sure that our community out in the Facebook land and all our social media platforms, that you make sure that you tap into what BH Brilliant Minds Project Inc. is doing. Our mission is to encourage brilliant minds to take control of their own destiny. And then our purpose is where we give them tools. We give them tools to reach their fullest potential in life. And the areas that we work in is self-awareness, self-development, health and wellness, and financial literacy, because we know with those three components that you can make a difference in the world and in your life and your community. But to share, could you please, first of all, we want to give kudos to the family, because we know, people like, wait a minute, no, you wasn't in on the studio, didn't say nothing about us, but give kudos to your family.
All right, yeah, just want to say shout out to my mom and my dad. They're actually in Nigeria right now.
Oh, right on. Yes.
Yeah, they're in Nigeria right now, getting their chieftaincy.
Oh my. Okay, so I'll let you highlight them, but then along in a little bit in it, I want you to share about what that means and what that is. Well, kudos to mom and dad and mom. We want to thank you for your son and your family.
All right, yeah. So, like I said, my name is Chiedu Ufoegbune. I'm an artist, graphic designer, after-school art teacher with the People's Conservatory. That's one of the organizations I'm a part of. Mm-hmm. Born and raised in Oakland.
Okay.
Yeah. We
were talking about Bay Area on our conference. So go ahead. You know me. I'm just going to tap on me.
Yeah, but like I said, my mom and dad, they're actually from Nigeria. Yeah, they're from Nigeria.
But I was going to say you have a unique name, so tell us a little bit about that name too.
Yeah, about my name. So my name, Chiedu, it means God is watching you.
Oh my God, say that again.
God is watching you.
God is watching you.
It's actually a version of the name Chiedu, which means God watches.
Oh, wow. Absolutely unique and beautiful. Okay, well, you living up to a high expectation. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. And like I said, yeah, my parents. So my dad, he came here in the 70s after he went to college in Canada, yeah, in Edmonton. Yeah, he came here in the 70s to live with my auntie and my uncle who were going to UC Berkeley
Right.
in the 70s. Then he went back, got married to my mom in 86. Yeah. Then my mom came here to Oakland in 86. And
how long you been married?
So I know that the 30th anniversary was in 2016.
Well, we know.
Yeah. I married in
1996.
1996. Yeah. 30. Yeah, it's like
About
30 plus years.
We want to get it right because it's like, yes, over 30 plus years, mom.
Yeah, 36 years.
36 years. Okay, go ahead.
38 years.
38. We gonna get it right.
Yeah.
But go ahead. So you were sharing about dad coming over.
Yeah.
Mom.
Yeah, they were coming over. So I remember, I think I went to Nigeria for the first time in 1998. And I got to learn more about my family. Yeah, I learned that actually both of my grandpas on my mom's side and my dad's side are village chiefs.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to learn especially more about my grandpa on my dad's side because we went to go to his house in the village. Yeah, their village is in Delta State. Yeah, their village is called Uku.
Oh, say that again.
Uku.
Uku.
Yeah. It's a unique,
beautiful.
It's a unique name. All my family members back home, they love to tell me that I'm saying it wrong. I'm like, okay.
Teach me how to say it. We appreciate that. And do you know, this is just timely. I just want to say this is Happy Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
So today is
Ujima,
and that's collective
work and responsibility.
Collective work and responsibility. And this is what we're doing here today. You know, having this type of conversation and talking about your family and where they come from and what they've been through and what you've come from to learn about each other, you know, is so important. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah. No, it's funny you said that because, unfortunately, as a kid, what I learned about Africa was through cartoons.
Right. Keep it real.
Cartoons and movies.
This is straight talk up in here. Keep it real.
Yeah, cartoons and movies. I thought all of Africa was a jungle.
Right.
Wild animals everywhere. And then, like I said, me and my family, we go to Nigeria for the first time.
Wow.
I land in Lagos, Nigeria. And I look around, I see skyscrapers, I see cars, I see people that look like me. And I'm like, man, Lagos looks like Oakland.
Yeah, okay.
Lagos looks just like Oakland.
Wow, good to know. That is good to know. And how did you feel when you were in that, in that environment? How did you feel like an African American person? How did you feel?
It was mind-boggling. Like I said, I'm like, it was nothing like
what you thought.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was nothing like I thought. But yeah, looking back, I'm like, man, it felt good. And then I remember, I thought we were just going to stay there for a couple of days. Like I said, we first go to Lagos.
Right.
And then we go to Delta State to go to live in my grandpa's house. I thought we were going to live there a couple of days.
Right.
I see my dad, he's hanging out with all his family and all of his friends. And then I remember I was just packed up. Me and my brother, we were packed up and we're like, hey, we're ready to go back to Oakland. And then I think it was either my dad or one of his friends who's like, you are home.
Oh, say that again.
You are home.
Oh my God. It's nothing like that's why I was in an environment and you know that is your home. You know, you can call home and it's no better feeling to be. And I wish and pray that a lot of people would tap into where they come from, because it's a part of the missing piece of our puzzle to who we are as a people and as a race. And it is so important. That's why I tell our students is that be proud of who you are, be proud of your ancestors, be proud of your culture, be proud of who you are, because you bring in a different flavor, you bring in a different practice, you're bringing something unique and special. Society may tell you that your ethnicity or your people don't count, but they do. because this is what makes the world beautiful, is learning about who you are and where you come from and the lineage and all of the things that they have to go through to get you where you are today. But go ahead.
Yeah, I appreciate you saying that, because
Mhm.
I think I had to learn that too.
Mhm,
Yeah, I had to
mhm.
learn that too,
Mhm.
especially considering that the media, they love to
Yeah.
portray
Come on.
Black people wherever they are in the diaspora.
Yes.
Like they love to portray Africans as a bunch of
Wow,
savages,
folks,
wild
right.
savages who hang in jungles.
Mhm.
And that's what like I said, that's what I learned from all the cartoons that I watched
Mhm.
and all the movies that I watched.
Mhm.
And then they love to portray African Americans, Black Americans as a bunch of angry
Yes.
thugs
Yes.
that only eat fried chicken and watermelon.
Right.
And love to rap and play basketball. And I think my parents and family members back home, they were only able to see the negative stereotypes
Yeah.
of what they showed of Black Americans.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course,
that's why it's a disconnect.
Yeah.
That's why it's a disconnect, because I often wonder sometimes when I'm in a space and it's though I know I'm connected, but I don't feel sometimes that I'm really connected in because like people will judge you by who, and then when they get to know you, it's like, oh, that's totally different. And that's, yeah.
Same here. Like, even with my family members back home, like, I'll learn the language. Yeah, I'll try to speak the language. And I feel like they were mocking me in a way. Or they'll use certain words. I'm like, why do you say that?
Right.
Like, even now, I'll try, whenever I see my uncles or my aunties, and I greet them in my family's native tongue, they'll still have like a little smirk.
Is because of where we are and the way the words that come out sounds totally different from how it would be in the native tongue.
Right.
So us being able to family, just remember we've been conditioned on this side to say our vocabulary words in a different way, but our hearts are there, so you can't take that from me and my heart. Maybe my language or my speech may sound a little different, but my heart is with us, is with the people. So, and that's what I want us moving into the new year, is we got to come with elevate our minds, our bodies, our soul, our spirits, and let's be inspired, and share and teach each other instead of tearing each other down or mocking. Just say, let me teach you how. Let me bring you along the way. Maybe, let me encourage you to help me say it in a different manner, a different way. But go ahead.
Right, Ashe. Yeah, that's why I try to promote. That's why I try to promote like Pan-Africanism. Try to connect with all Black people.
That's right. Because it's important for us to do that, because we know that the oldest fossil in this earth is Lucy, and it's out of Africa. So we know where we come from, and everything else stemmed through that. But just do your research. Just do, that you don't have to take our word. You don't have to take what I love about history is that it don't lie. So you can't deny history. So if you don't believe, then just go back and read, for yourself. But so family, dad and mom is over. They're getting their what again?
Chieftaincy.
Yeah. So what is the process and what is that?
So basically, like I said, my grandpa was a village chief.
Yeah,
he was, I guess you could say, knighted. Chief. Yeah, same with my other grandfather. And then I found out a couple years ago, my dad was actually supposed to be a chief, but he kept rejecting it.
Right. And you know what? That's just like the call and the purpose of your life. You'd be like running from it, like, but then it'll catch up to you.
Yeah, especially since.
Go ahead.
Especially since I think he found out one of his cousins. Let's just say he told people in the village to vote for him as chief.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, you can't run from purpose, and that's the beautiful thing when we when we, the word I'm trying, just lost my train of thought on the word that I'm trying to share, but you can't run from it, and it's better to operate in it, because when we operate in it, that is the medicine that the world needs. And majority of the time, the world don't see your gift and your talents in a positive way of what they say it should be about, but it's like, no, you've been called to do this. I know I've been called to be and to inspire and to encourage and to connect and to uplift, people. That's what I've been doing all my life. And that's what my dad, he cultivated that in us. And because our family had a business in the Bayview, and we were a part of community. So we had to not only look out for ourselves, but we had to look out for our people and others. So other folks. But to go back to what you were saying about dad being voted in, go ahead.
Yeah, my dad was, like I said, my dad kept rejecting it.
Mhm.
He didn't feel comfortable doing
Right.
it.
And sometimes you feel that you're not worthy to be in your calling and in your purpose, but it's like, yes, you are. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah, but then my mom she accepted it. Years later, she accepted her chieftaincy, and then then my dad finally accepted his.
Okay.
And then so.
So is there a name for their chieftaincy?
There is. I keep forgetting what
it's
it
okay.
is. But
my
grandpa on my dad's side, he was basically known as the Iyese.
Iyese.
Yeah, Iyese of Iseleuku.
Oh, different. Oh my God, language is beautiful. If you really just listen to people talking in their native tongue, and I pray and I wish I was able, and I'm gonna learn. My son, he's able to pick up languages just like that. He speaks Spanish fluently and other languages, but it's just so beautiful. Even though I don't understand what it's saying, it sounds beautiful to me, and it's a yearning, and it's like, wow, I wish I could. And I'm going to be able to speak in some other languages. I'm working on that. But it's just beautiful. And that's why I tell my students, don't ever shy away from your native tongue, because it's a beautiful thing. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And it keeps you grounded.
I agree. Like I said, I'm still learning my family. It's a continuing process.
That's right.
And and then not just that, but I'm also learning Yoruba. I'm also trying to learn more Yoruba as well, because even though I'm not Yoruba,
right.
I remember actually, so through one of the organizations I'm talking about, one of our members, he was a ordained priest in Nigeria. He's from Florida, but his family.
Hey, I was born in Florida now. I was born. We may be family, but we're gonna have you also share about that individual that you're talking about and that organization after I get you sharing about who you are. But
but he would actually open up our meetings with libations.
All of our events, everybody know Miss B, we gonna open up with libations for sure. Go ahead.
Yeah, libations. Yeah, he would open up with this version of libation, which comes from Nigeria, and then we would all just start tapping in.
That's right.
And getting connected.
That's right.
But then one day he was busy because he's also an artist, and he was performing. I forget where it was, somewhere. So one of our members was like, "Does anybody know the version?" So we're all looking around. I'm like, and then I started thinking to myself, "Man, I should really know this." Yeah, I should really know this. So
moving into the new year, even the things that we know we should know or want to know and want to do, we have a brand new, thank God we can start now, but we have a brand new year ahead of us, and I believe it's going to be a beautiful door opening, door closing, and all of that good stuff for us, and especially for creative beings, folks that's a part of the medicine of creating, and that's who we are. And go ahead.
Yeah, no, I agree. So like I was saying, so I'm like, I need to learn this. So I decided, I'm gonna look it up.
That's right.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna see how others do it.
Yeah.
And then like I said, the next day he wasn't there. So I'm like, does anybody know the libation? So I raised my hand. I'm like,
all right now.
So then, yeah, I just started opening it up. I started doing the libation, pouring the water,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody was connecting and tapping in.
That's right.
And yeah, I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm doing it right because he isn't
saying nothing to you.
Yeah, he didn't say nothing to me, so I must be doing something right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
And then I was able to do it for other events. I know my friends wanted me to do it for other events. One of my friends, she just hit me up a couple of minutes ago, trying to hit me up with this one person to see if I could do libation for his event.
Right.
In January, so.
Oh, well, that's a beautiful, well, there it is. The doors being open. Look, we just said that. Right. The doors being open to be able to step in purpose and do what we need to do for our people, to uplift our people and to ground our people, to make sure that we are grounded in just who we are as individuals and in love and in peace, and revolutionary is peace and love too. There's a time to fight, and there's a time to love, there's a time to be still, there's a time to do all of those things. So we are that. And I love Ubuntu. I see the king in you, and I see the king and queen in you, and you see the king and queen in me. And moving in our new year, we're asking our community and folks all over the world, see individuals as people, as human beings. And if we start there first, then it would be easy for you to accept me as who I am, and vice versa. So on Kwanzaa, on this day, on us moving into a new year, I'm hoping that we can set our heights and our minds higher. That's why our nonprofit organization is BH Brilliant Minds Project Inc. And it means begin healing brilliant minds. That's what the B and the H stands for. But just to encourage our community, time out for hatred, time out for all those different other kind of things, and time out for the crabs in the bucket, time out for all of that, because there's enough resources, there's enough connections. We don't have to tear each other down in order to lift each other up, or you lift your people of that organization, do this. No. I tell people all the time, I'm about collaboration, not competition. We do not have to be in competition of each other. And that's what society wants us to do. But us as a race, as a people, we always have worked together in the village. As you say, we did the trading together. We did all these different things together. We sat, and I love when you were talking about your parents, because that was, to me, what just came to my mind. It was a beautiful sight, was community, sitting in a circle, and how we sit in a circle, there's an issue or there's a problem, and everybody that's there are able to either listen in, chime in, or share some wisdom to get each other to get out of that situation or go to the next levels in their lives and all those type of things. And we need to do that moving forward. We need to let that be a motto in our hearts and our souls and our spirits, to make sure that we're uplifting. We're not tearing each other down. We're not tearing people down. Hey, your gift, we may have the same gift, but what was given to you and was given to me is going to be delivered different. So I'm okay with you being who you are. I don't have to hate on you. Even though we do the same thing, I don't have to hate on you. God gives everybody lanes and things to do. It's enough out here for everybody.
No, I agree. I agree with everything you said.
Yeah.
They don't want to see us unite.
They don't
want to see us hurt each other.
Exactly.
Yeah, they want to see us talking bad about each other.
That's right. Absolutely. So what I want to do, so with the taking us on another part of the journey, transitioning into the work that you're doing and who you are so you say you're an artist. Repeat of the other things that you were saying that you actually do.
Yeah, graphic designer.
I'm
also actually back in school getting my credential at the University of San Francisco.
Okay.
Teaching credential, because I'm also an after-school art teacher with the People's Conservatory. That's one of the other organizations that I'm a part of. But
okay.
Then, I've also been a member of Urban Peace Movement.
Yes.
Yeah, Urban Peace Movement.
Mr. White, before you pass me, our BH Brilliant Minds, our Oakland's Juneteenth. So we're giving him maybe like 4 years or 5 years ago, we gave him his award before he passed. And again, to be in community, our organization from BH Brilliant Minds and for the Oakland's Juneteenth, we've been in existence. This year will be our 18th year moving forward, thank God. But we've given over 200 awards, 200 or more awards to community leaders and to individuals and businesses that's making a difference in our community. And just to say that we love you, we see you, we appreciate you. And it was a charge that God has given for us to make sure that we uplift our people. So I'm so grateful and thankful to be united with the youth, the urban peace movement. Go ahead.
Yeah, rest in power to Dr.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, he was actually the second person I met at UPM. Yeah, I learned about UPM through another a program that they have, Determination Black Men's Group. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that. But before we go there, so growing up as a young man, did you know what you wanted to be in this world, or did you tap in early to your gifts? Because we're speaking to our audience, and I want for folks to know to pay attention to your young folks, to the little kids that come up, because we want to make sure that we help them walk into their purpose, into their destiny, so they can be the medicine that this world needs. So as a young man, did you have a feel?
I kind of did.
You did?
I kind of did. First, I wanted to be like a cartoonist.
Okay.
Because, like I said, I love watching cartoons as a kid. Yeah, especially growing up in Oakland. Yeah, it's also one thing I appreciated about Oakland was like different people, different races, different cultures. Black, white, Latino, white Latinos, Asians, Native Americans, Pacific Islanders, and then like I said, the whole different African diaspora in Oakland too. African, you got Black Americans, Caribbeans, Africans.
Right.
But like I said, I wanted to be like a cartoonist or something like that growing up. But of course, growing up in a Black immigrant family is a little bit different. Like your parents would rather you do like a high-paying job.
Oh, okay, I ain't mad. Like I hear what you're saying.
Like be a lawyer or a doctor or an engineer. Like I have hella cousins that are doctors.
Wow.
My brother.
We're gonna bring him on the show. We didn't even say highlight to the brother. I was gonna say, what do you have any siblings?
Yeah.
So we want to definitely throw out some shout outs to them too. Go ahead. 2 brothers, 1 sister. Yeah. Hello, family. Say their names.
Yeah, my brother. I'm the oldest, by the way. But
okay.
Yeah, my little brother Chiedu.
Okay.
He's here in Oakland. He actually had a daughter 4 months ago.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, my brother Chiedu, my sister Isioma. She's trying to be a chef.
Okay, go ahead, girl. Cook it on up.
Yeah, and my baby brother Banyang, who's actually in Nigeria with my parents right now.
Oh, right on. All right, young man.
He's a computer engineer.
Okay. You go.
Yeah.
We straight.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so like I said, growing up in a Black immigrant family, they rather you do like a high-paying job, like a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer.
Got it.
Like I remember graduating from Skyline High.
All right, I thought Skyline.
Yeah, Skyline High. My parents they wanted me to be an engineering major.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I tried that when I first went to Cal State Monterey Bay. But then, I transferred to Cal State East Bay. I felt it was a much better college, but for different reasons.
Right.
More diverse campus.
Okay.
It was actually closer to home too. So.
Okay.
And I tried being an engineering major at Cal State East Bay. Second year, I'm like, I'm switching to.
This ain't for me, yeah.
Yeah. So I switched to graphic design. Yeah, I felt like I originally wanted to be a graphic design major.
Okay.
I felt like graphic design would be something I really.
And that's falling along with the cartoonist artist, so that's a little bit in that lane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, designing posters, logos.
All right, community. If you want this young man to be able to do some graphic designs for you, don't hesitate to get in contact with them. Give them your information.
Oh yeah. My
How
IG East Bay Che, yeah, EASTBAYCHE.
Say that again.
EASTBAYCHE.
All right. So they can contact you on that note. So before we even move forward, we got to pay the bills. So I just want to thank everybody for tapping in and tuning into Believe Radio, which is a 24-hour inspirational and gospel music station amongst others. The Eyes of the Conscious Soul comes to you every first Saturday of the month. We have the Cafe Le Blue Lounge, and you can catch the artist talk, Why I Dream, She Who Believes Takes Off the Mask. And then on the second Saturday, we have the Medicine Hour. You can catch that with Mr. George Pearson. And then we also have Education is the Best Medicine. You can catch that every third Saturday of the month. And then we have, which is today, the Lights Out Straight Talk Youth and Young Adult Radio Show. You can tap into that one. And then every fifth Saturday, we have Voices That Care. That's where we highlight reentry and mental wellness. So again, we want to thank you for tuning into the Eyes of the Conscious Soul with your sister B Mellow. And today's theme is We Straight. So we're talking from the Bay and from the Yay area with our Yay. All right now, from just highlighting and having a fireside chat with young folks that's making a difference, young adults and young people that's making a difference in our community. And we just give them a space, a safe space to be able to share their gifts and their talents and share about who they are and what they do. And hopefully, prayerfully, that individuals will tap in and see what these young folks are doing and hire them. This is what this is all about, is providing a platform to make sure that we make connections. And this is, as we said, we're not about competition, we're about collaboration. How do we move forward? How do we get this thing done right together? Because there's enough resources, there's enough everything out there for us. We are in abundance, and we just do not need to keep it all to ourselves. But go ahead.
No, I agree. But going back to before I became a part of Determination, I graduated from Cal State East Bay.
Congratulations.
Yeah, back in 2014.
Okay.
Then I tried grad school at the Academy of Art in San Francisco. Let's just say it didn't go
too well.
Like I planned.
It's okay.
Yeah. So then, while looking for, I guess you could say, different opportunities, I decided I'm gonna go back to school for a little bit. I went to Merritt College, took a couple classes there, took a couple African American Studies classes there.
I've taken them at Laney College. I have an associates in social science and associates in language arts. So I'm grateful and thankful to have that opportunity to go and get my, get me some credentials and things too. And then I just became a certified medical peer support specialist. So I'm grateful to thank Nami Contra Costa for inspiring and pushing the team to be able to be certified, and that is with Gigi Crowder from NAM. She's the CEO of NAMI Contra Costa, and I'm grateful to her for pushing her.
Congrats for that.
Well, thank you, sweetheart. But go ahead.
Yeah. So like I said, I was taking African American Studies classes. Oh yeah, two of the best teachers I had.
African American students. Nzinga was mine.
Oh, yeah, Nzinga?
Yeah, Dr. Nzinga. She was my African American study, and Sister Ayana was my both of those were my African American teachers at Laney.
Okay. I know two of them. I can't remember the other one, but two of them I had was Dr. Siri Brown.
Okay, I think I've heard her.
I think she also teaches at UC Berkeley.
Oh, okay.
And Professor Jason Smalls.
Okay, right on.
Yeah,
kudos out
from
to
Oakland
you.
too.
Okay.
Yeah, but I remember this was it felt like a life-changing moment. One of my classes with Dr. Siri Brown. He came this man dressed up in all white. His name was His name is Adimu Madioum. He also goes by his artist name Wolfhawk Jaguar.
Oh, Wolfhawk Jaguar. I ain't mad at that. Go right ahead.
Yeah, and I remember he talked about special opportunities.
Mm.
If any of you young black brothers want to be part of a special opportunity,
I know that's
hit me up. So he gave us his number,
Mm-hmm.
and then I remember one day hit him up. He's like, okay, show, come to this place on this Wednesday at 5.
Yes.
I'm like, cool. I hit the BART. I walked down Oakland. It's on 27th and Telegraph.
Mm.
The United Roots Center.
Yeah. Okay.
United Roots Center. And I see Adimu and I see Prince.
Yes, Dr. Prince. Oh.
And he tells me all about it. Determination Black Men's Group.
Yes.
Healing Circle, where all young black males can just come together,
right,
heal, talk about issues affecting us today.
Yeah. And we have another brother that we had in that I want to give kudos out. The safe space, the creative space, and that is Denzel. I'll make connections with you with him, but yeah, and it's a young man.
Okay, yeah. But anyway, just coming together, talking about issues affecting us, coming together to heal, sharing personal stories, real special stories with each other. And I remember coming to the first one, and then I went to the next one, and the next one, and the next one. I just kept going to all of them.
Right.
And then
that grounding helped you go into the direction of that opportunity about what that brother was talking about. Yeah. And I always tell my students, you don't know who's around you, so make sure and connections is the key. And people being able to see you in a manner is like, okay, I know I can put my name out behind them because they're gonna get in there and do the right thing. So I always tell my students is like, and when you go in spaces, introduce yourself, and you never know. Somebody may say, oh, I remember this person. Oh, I can get them connected with this person over here or this organization. And that's how things continue to connect and how we continue to work and heal our community and our village. So making connections is key. And so there's several organizations that you are working with, and the one you were just speaking of, say the name of that place again, how can folks get connected to it?
Yeah, Determination Black Men's Group.
Okay.
We're actually on break right now, but we're starting up again in January.
Okay.
And if you want to be a part of it, we're always accepting young black males.
Okay.
You don't have to be young too.
Yes.
You can also be
seasoned.
Yeah, seasoned. Because a lot of the older members, they always drop knowledge on the younger members.
That's right. And that's what intergenerational is the key. We sometimes, I remember growing up and it's like, that old person telling me, but now I'm like, but after I learned that there's wisdom there, that was the key. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to shift it back over to you. Being in our family bakery in San Francisco, Mother Osceola, she was, oh my God, they named a street after, you can pull it up too. They named the street after her over in San Francisco, but she mentored me coming into our bakery. And then I had Sophia Maxwell's mom, Miss Maxwell, Supervisor Sophia Maxwell, that was on the board of supervisors in San Francisco. Her mom mentored me too. So, I was just thinking about the people that poured into me, being elders and being in coming into the bakery and talking to my parents, but I'm listening to them talk, and I was able to gain and soak up wisdom too. And the fight that we're in and the things that I'm doing, they did before me, so it's absolutely beautiful to have that intergenerational conversation, because sometimes society wants us to fight against each other, and it's like, oh no, we need each other. I need you, you need me, and then how do we come to a happy medium? And just knowing that at one point you were a young person, if you're a seasoned person, knowing that your younger self was rambunctious and doing all that stuff too, and then the younger person looking at the senior as an elder and as they've been through some stuff. So, they're not talking out of the side of their neck. They're just trying to share wisdom that they've been through, and hopefully, prayerfully, that you don't have to go through the same, same work, not work, but the same experiences. And the reason why I said that is to let you know, when we say the Lights Out Straight Talk Youth and Young Adult Radio Show, this is how we interact we're bringing in, as I said before, if you just now tapping into the show, we're bringing in individuals that's in our communities that's making a difference. And we have these young people that's out here grinding and taking care of business. And it is my responsibility and duty to bring you guys in here and to highlight and showcase who you are and the things that you do. But that was one of the organizations. So you are now, how do we transition it over into the other organizations?
Yeah.
Time flies and we have fun. We got 15 minutes, doggone it, but it's okay. We got this thing.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, so Determination Black Men's Group, it's a program, programs that's part of Urban Peace Movement.
Got it. So it's the Urban Peace Movement who folks can get in contact with.
Yep.
And then Kayla, yes, I just reunited back with her. They were doing, and you guys was hosting an event at the West Oakland Youth Center where I used to work. And I'm so grateful and thankful to, again, when I came into space, I was like, oh my God, this is what community is about. This is what we're supposed to be about. This is how we serve our people. And Homies Empowerment Freedom School and Homies Empowerment, period, they're doing the same thing that, and I'm one of the co-teachers at the high school. So just being in community and having you come into space and you guys tell your story. And then the one on the conference today, I'm just like, I'm full. I'm so glad to be in y'all presence and be able to have y'all a part of my life. But what is the other organizations that you are working with now too?
So like I said, I used to actually, before that, I used to work for the Oakland Peace Center.
The Oakland Peace Center. And now what do they do there? And what was that?
Pretty much similar. They try to bring communities in Oakland together.
Okay.
They usually have different events, different activities.
Got it.
Yeah, I was there for a little bit.
Okay.
Then, of course, the pandemic happens. I move on. And then through that, one thing I also mentioned.
That was your assignment at that time.
Yeah.
So I always put back that it wasn't that I was fired. It wasn't that it was this or whatever the case may be. In my life, that was my assignment. And God, my assignment was over. So now he's moving me into other assignments. But go ahead.
Right. But then I was me and a couple of my friends who were filmmakers. We were making short films and music videos during the pandemic.
So folks can reach out for you for video and film and all.
Yeah, Black Film Club. Yeah, look it up on IG. Black Film Connect.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, and through that, one of our members was telling us about this organization called the People's Conservatory, where they need help with art teachers, after-school art teachers.
Yeah.
So I send my resume. She calls my boss. Her name is Roz Nash. She hits me up and she says, "Can you teach drawing?" I'm like, "Oh wow, yeah, I love drawing."
Graphic designer, yes, you can. Go right ahead.
Yeah. So then I got hired on the spot.
Praise God.
Yep. And I think this was back in 2021. And I've been part of the People's Conservatory ever since.
Wow. And now where are they located?
They're here in Oakland. Yeah, they're based in Oakland.
Okay.
Yeah, we provide after-school art classes to different schools around the Bay Area.
Okay.
Whether it be in Oakland, Berkeley, Richmond. We used to go up to Marin City.
Oh, you guys are mobile, so you go into the schools, or do they have a brick and mortar that the kids and the folks come over to?
Yeah, we do that. And sometimes we have our own studio where.
Okay, where is it located? It's in Oakland too.
It's in the Embarcadero.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Right on.
Yeah. But most of the time, we're just going to different schools. We're just there to be the pretty much the light for these kids.
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially a lot of these kids. Yeah, sometimes some of them come from low-income areas.
Trauma.
Yeah. And we're just there to provide them with the fun that they need.
Yeah.
The art. Yeah, we'll also have different.
And that's what art does for you. And that's the beauty of art, is that, and there's no right or wrong way in art. I'm saying that because I had one of my students that I was sharing with. This was the one for an elementary, and I pushed. Oh my goodness, it took a whole lot for her because the phones is addicting. But what I understand and what we understand is that the imagination is the key.
Yeah.
because the imagination is the one that can create the phones and have done all these things. But society has made this is a beautiful tool, but then it can also be a dangerous tool. So we have to be careful how we use it, and teaching young folks how to properly use this device for their benefit. And sometimes, because what it'll do, she had a problem with not want she wanted to be on her phone. And I was like, I get it, but baby, your imagination is the key. So as she was doing her art, she made a mistake in her eyes. And she's like, Miss B, I don't want to do it because I made a mistake. I said, listen, sweetheart, there's no mistakes in art. So, and then I just told her, I said, what you do is just put something over it, put something around it, just decorate it in another manner. And she was like, oh. So, just to say that is to tap in to your imagination is the key. That's where we do all these creative things. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Like I always try to let my students know everybody can be an artist.
Everybody, yes.
Yeah, like even when they say, "Man, I can't do no art," I'm like,
That's right.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Let them know that.
Yours may not look like somebody else's, but still, it's art.
Yeah, so like I said, I've been doing that since 2021. I also try to tell my coworkers about UPM, some of the stuff that they're doing.
Right.
Yeah, I try to tell UPM about some of the stuff that my other.
Well, we need to bring UPM too in here, and we're gonna have them sit down and do an interview also, and then some of the other organizations that you were talking about. And I definitely want to do some collaboration with them. So
yeah, definitely.
We want to do that for sure. But go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Going back to UPM. Yeah. Another way to get connected with UPM, I think they have a website, urbanpeacemovement.org.
Okay.
And then, of course, you can reach them on IG as well, Urban Peace 510.
And I want to give a shout out to Kels again.
Kels.
I always tell people give credit where credit is due. So how I met you was through Kels, and Kels is over at Elevator Center for Human Justice, the Elevator Center for Human
Rights.
Rights. Thank you. And I connected with him through a sister friend of mine. That's the CEO over there. Is Marlene Sanchez. So Marlene Sanchez is a personal friend of mine, but there it is again, back to the connections of you don't know who can connect you with who, and that's why we're here today. And that's a story in our line and in our lives that we can connect. And it's so important that I tell people, good, bad, ugly, challenging, your story counts, and you count. So making connections with individuals. Is so important. And that's why I'm sharing with you and asking you to give those names to those organizations that somebody else can continue to tap in. And we just keep this thing going and going and going because we need each other. We are each other's medicine. But go ahead.
Right. Yeah, it's funny you said that because that's also one of the other organizations that UPM works with. I know they definitely work with Elevator Center.
Yeah.
They also work with Courage.
Yeah.
And Justice Reinvestment Coalition.
Okay.
And then, oh man, I'm trying to remember this one organization. They're in North Oakland. Dorsey Nunn, he's a part of it. Oh man.
I can't think of it. For some reason my mind is then drew a blank. However, it may come to you.
Yeah, it may come to me. Oh man, I wish I didn't blank out on their name.
Okay. It happens. This is not your first, and this is not your last time.
Because they work with UPM a lot too.
Right.
So,
Black
Black
Organizing Project.
I know they work with us too. Yeah, work with us too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of community organizations that's really in the paint, as they say, out there really doing the work for our community, and we're serving individuals that other folks don't want to serve, but it's okay. And I want to say kudos to Downtown Tay, to HHREC, because they're putting it in and putting it down for our community too. So I'm grateful and thankful.
All of us are none.
Okay, what is it? All of us are none. Okay. I'm glad that's all right. You got it. We gave a shout out to them so that all of us or none.
Yeah.
Okay, so folks can tap into all of us or none. But once again, I want to thank you for tapping into Believe Radio, which is a 24-hour inspirational and gospel music station. amongst others. Today's show is The Eyes of the Conscious Soul with Sister Be Mellow. And we come to you every Saturday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. And as I said before, you hadn't seen me in the studio, but I'm tapped back in and moving forward in the new year. But you know, when you have work to do and you have other projects to do, that's just the way it is. But I do know that the shows, the pre-recorded shows that was already pre-recorded before are always important that people can listen to and they can go back and get that information too. So everything is in alignment and it's important. So I truly believe in that. I believe in the divine time, divine order, and I got that from Ayana Van Zandt some years ago, and I've been using that. But like I said, you give credit where credit is due. You know, whoever has shared or have given you certain things or say, you just acknowledge them. It's important to acknowledge where you got that information from. It's important to acknowledge the person or whatever, you know, and that's been my motto for years, is to make sure we give credit where credit is due. And that was something that was installed in me and in us by my parents. So I want to give kudos to Mr. and Mrs. Howard from Wendy's Cheesecake Bakery in San Francisco. But boy, again, time flies when we're having fun. It's like we got 4 minutes to go. Oh my goodness. So is there another organization that you want to highlight that you are involved in? And if you want to do that, and then I'll ask you our final question.
You know,
if you have another one.
You know, technically, they don't like when I bring them up, but you know, I'm gonna do it. You know, I'm gonna do it.
You don't want to get in trouble now.
It's okay. Don't worry.
We don't want to get in trouble.
The Committee for South African Solidarity.
Okay.
In Berkeley.
All right.
Yeah. Different from most organizations, non-government funded, all volunteer organization.
Wow, beautiful.
Organized for the people of South Africa.
Yes.
Especially since apartheid. As you all know, the Bay Area was heavily involved in the anti-apartheid movement. And yeah, even though apartheid's over, unfortunately, the people of South Africa, they're still struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah, any money they get goes to these companies that help support apartheid. So we continue to help them out, especially since going back to what I said, yeah, those companies, they also hurt us out here in America. So we try to help them out because it's interconnected.
Yeah.
So connected. Yeah. Some of the things that we do is that we pack and sort school supplies, ship them to schools. Yes. South Africa, we collect a lot of school supplies from schools here in the Bay Area. We also have a publication. We try to let people know about what's going on out there because going back
now, how do they get in contact with them, or how do they pull them up? And what was the name of it again?
Committee for South African Solidarity.
Okay.
They're actually still working on a website.
Okay.
But
no worries.
But if you you can just hit me up and I'll give you their number.
Okay, no problem. I have people. I also want to highlight the Bay Area Black psychologists and the work that they do in our community too. You know, they've been and brother Baba Wade Nobles, Baba. Oh God, why is everybody's? Oh my God, Dr. Patricia Nunley, Dr. Oh my God, everybody is. My brain just went on the brain, but it's okay. They know who they are, and I want to thank them for the work that they do. The Black Nurses Association in Oakland, California, too. We want to give kudos and shouts out to them. But everybody is in the paint, like we said. Homies Empowerment Freedom School, and then Homies Empowerment Period, and that's doing the work in our actual communities to bring our families together and help them. You know, lift them up, and this is what we're supposed to be here for. But we have 2 minutes left. I want to ask you, how can people contact you again, and what will you be bringing? What will you be leaving in the old year and bringing into the what are you not taking over into the new year?
Right. Okay. So like I said, my IG East Bay Che. EASTBAYCHE. Yeah, that's one way you can hit me up.
Okay.
And I guess one thing I'm bringing into the new year, one thing I'm I guess I've been continuing to try and bring just more consciousness and just being, just continuing to be conscious about anything and everything.
That's right.
Yeah, that's
Well, you own the eyes of the conscious soul. And you know, God's given me this that name for over 30 years now. So we've been rocking radio for over 30 years. Wow, I can say that. That's crazy. I started with underground radio in the Bayview, Bayview Hunters Point. That was the radio show we were on. And then I came to Oakland to More Public Radio International.org. That was the they had FM, AM, and Zoom, not Zoom, social media platform. What is that? Yeah. And then I went to Yale Radio with Yolanda Littles, where she came from, More of Radio International.org, and then now here with Believe Radio. So I've been doing underground and radio for over 30 years, but God had given me the eyes of the conscience soul that many years ago. And I'm excited and thankful that I was chosen to do that. But so you were saying more consciousness in the new year. What are you leaving in 2024?
I guess ignorance.
I know that's right. I know that's right. So we're going to have you say the parting words. What would you like to encourage or give to the our audience on today?
Well, I guess
Stay straight. No,
yeah. I guess, one reason I continue to be part of these organizations is because I kept telling myself I could keep sitting down and do nothing.
Watch it.
All right. Do something.
All right. All right, audience. We want you to know that please find your lane and give your medicine to our communities and to the world. The Eyes of the Conscious Soul wants to say good night to you. Have a happy new year, a safe new year to you and your family. Happy Kwanzaa. We just celebrated Christmas. And I want to thank my personal Lord and Savior for snatching me out of the darkness and into the marvelous light, because if it wasn't for him, I would not be here today. And I know that to be true in my personal life. But I'm grateful and thankful that he's given me the opportunity to hopefully prayerfully share my gifts and give my medicine to the world and what I can do. And be up out here and as we say, stay straight. When we say we are straight, that means we are conscious minded. We know what we want to do. We know where we're going, and we know what has to be done. So on that note, I want to thank you for tuning in to the Eyes of the Conscious Soul on Believe Radio. Again, we are here every Saturday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. And we want to say good night. We love you and peace out. And say your name again because it is unique.
Chiedu Ufoegbune.
All right, you heard it here. Oh my God, I want to thank my sponsors: BH Brilliant Minds Project Inc., Barbara Howard Consulting, and Homies Empowerment Freedom School, Elevate Gospel Ministries. That's Pastor Larry Austin, and I want to thank HHREC and our audience. We love y'all. Good night. Stay safe and have fun.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.